Rich information systems. Alright, it's going to start. Carry on.
A very good afternoon. This is what I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, just take a few seconds to think of a word to complete that sentence for each one of you. And you can think of 5 different words, 5 different ways in which you can complete that sentence. It's personal to you. I won't be asking you what are those 5 words. Just think of it. A lot of us come with these sort of answers. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a free thinker, I'm a Chinese, I'm an Indian, I'm a Malay, I'm an Angmo, I'm black, a Japanese. In terms of nationalities, again, Malaysian, American, French. In terms of profession, scientist, researcher, student. Here we were talking about disciplines from information systems, from chemistry, from microbiology, from biological sciences. In terms of the geographical region, Asian, American, Middle Eastern. In terms of gender, male, female. In terms of sexual preferences, there could be various different identities. And it's not something where it keeps changing, and it is something very personal to each one of us. What do you think is the identity of this person in terms of those? Just tell me what's the one word that comes to your mind. He is a
Chinese?
गूंजी सी है सारी फिजा जैसे बजती हो शहनाइयाँ हो लहराती है महकी हवा गुनगुनाती है तन्हाइयाँ सब गाते हैं सब ही मदहोश है हम तुम क्यों खामोश है साज़े दिल छेड़ो ना चुप हो क्यों गाओ ना आओ ना आओ ना आओ ना आओ ना.
He was one of the contestants for the Indian Idol television show. You might be surprised he's an Indian. He's a 3rd generation Chinese Indian in India. What do you think is the identity of this person?
Madhu Nahi.
Madan Nahi.
Yeah.
He was the principal of my school for a couple of years, and then he went on to head a huge school council. So his name is F.J. Phantom, and he is an Indian as well. What about this guy?
Yeah.
He is a very close friend of mine, and we've studied since primary school. And he's of a Nepalese origin, and he's an Indian as well. All of these are Indians. So when we look at a person outside, and when we think that we can classify, very simplistic, a person who looks dark skinned is an African, is an Indian. A person who looks yellow, and we think he's a Chinese. When a person who looks white, we think he's a Westerner, he's an American. We are taking a very, very outwardly, very, very simplistic view. Because what a person is not what a person seems from inside, but what a person is from outside, but rather what a person is inside. So the images that we tend to do, that all of us are very, very used to drawing, are just when we look at just the outward view of a person. So all of these are Indians. These are all my classmates from school. So the talk that I'm going to talk about is expanding the circle of my identity to include the other. as I mentioned from the Department of Information Systems. So to talk about, what I'm going to talk about is mainly what is this circle of my identity. And then I talk about stereotyping, that when we talk about my identity versus his or her identity, how I view the other person. When we slot a different person in another circle, when we look at me versus he or she or they. And then I talk about another point in terms of identity politics, and suddenly when we form a big group and then we say we as a big group of people, and versus they, people inside my circle and people outside my circle. And lastly, I talk about ways, this is something for our thinking and introspection, as in how we could expand our circles of identity to include the other person rather than to exclude the person that you're interacting with. So when I talk about the circle of identity, this is a very, very fundamental question. And it defines the person who you are. It's something very personal to you. It's your idea of who you think you are. So this is something very personal and internal. And each person, as we saw in the first slide, could have multiple identities. There could be multiple circles. A person can see an identity based on his nationality, on his hobby. For Anshul, his identity might be of a photographer, something that's passionate, you're passionate about, or an artist. So different people have different levels of identity. And we all like to draw our identities based on who we think we are. And it's our own personal spaces, and it's not a very rigid circle. It's a dynamic circle. There are multiple circles. Some identities are stronger. We feel strongly about something, and that becomes our main defining identity. Some are weaker. Some are static. Our ethnicity and our race is something that we are born at. So probably that's static. But things like even nationalities and even religions are changing these days. So in an increasingly globalized world, a lot of identities are dynamic, and you yourself don't realize it, but your identities do change. And then there are sub-identities. There are, within a term Singaporean, there might be, again, the different races of Singapore, and within the different races of Singapore, again, within Chinese, you can have Hokkien speaking and Teochew speaking and Mandarin speaking, and it's all different circles within each of these identities. So when you talk about your circle of identity, it's what you classify yourself as. I am and one of these, or it could be more. So when we talk about stereotyping is when we look at the person you're talking to, we draw a circle around that person. And for your own circle, you like to see your circle as very dynamic, and you try to look at your full span of experience and everything. But when you look at another person, the first time we meet, we see that person from the perspective of a big wall around. So the first time when you meet an Indian, the first thing, some of the comments I hear, oh, Indians are very good in IT, are very good in maths, or something like, initially it used to be when I came to Singapore, does India have elephants? Do you have buses? So it's like very, very simplistic things that you think you know about a group of people, and then the person you're meeting with, you think that all those things can apply to this person you're meeting. So rather than taking an open approach where we see this person for who the individual he or she is, we begin with that narrow circle, and from there we try to expand. So we're trying to see a person from a prism. So this is what stereotyping is, and a lot of us are guilty of it, and we do it knowingly or unknowingly a lot of times in our everyday lives. And why do we do it? Because it's easy, it's very convenient, and we think we know by our experience, and we think that a couple of people are like this, so we think, okay, to apply to this person as well. So because of this idea of being easy, we always try to look at that, and because you already know their type, the people. And later on, you might change, my mind shift, you might get to know a person and think, oh, he's a different Indian, he's a different Chinese. And then you try to make this person different from the rest that you know. But the rest are still there, the rest.